Hello, my name is Nicholas. I'm here with my great grandfather, Angel. The day is December 16th, 2022, and we're recording this interview in Chicago, Illinois. Um, my grandfather he speaks Spanish, so I'll be interviewing my grandmother, who will be translating. So, what was your childhood like?
My childhood, we didn't have a lot of money. We were part of, my mom was single. She was a single mom. And we didn't have money for toys. So I used to carve out the wooden spools that thread came in, and make them out to be my cars. But I was always together with my brothers and my sisters, playing around the yard.
So, where did you grow up?
We grew up in Huehuetenango, Guatemala. It is a mountainous region, northwest Guatemala, and it is by the border of southern Mexico. Lots of mountains and clean air.
And how many siblings did you have?
We were a total of 5, so I had 2 brothers and 2 sisters on my mom's side.
Mm-hmm. And what were their names?
My oldest brother was Romeo. Then I had my sister, Argelia. Then my brother, Caesar. Then it was me. And then lastly, it was my youngest sister, Francisca.
Okay. And how did you and my great-grandmother meet?
Your great-grandmother's mom had like a small clothing shop within the market. And so I would see your grandmother there at the store when I would go buy stuff with friends, or just, pick up stuff for myself.
Okay. So we have a nickname for you, and we call you Chocho. And according to other members of the family, that means cranky old man. So where'd you get that nickname from?
When your godmother, Madrina Jenny, was a child, she liked to get into bed with your great-grandmother and me on Saturdays to watch cartoons. And she would start moving around a lot, and I would start saying, "Be still," or whatever. And then your great-grandmother one day told her, "Oh, tell him to stop chocheando." And the word was too long for her to say, so she cut it to chocho. And from there on, that nickname stuck.
Wow. Did you have any favorite relatives?
My closest sibling was my youngest sister, Francisca, or Paca, as we called her. I was also very close to my oldest brother. He was kind of like a father figure to us. But I would say my youngest sister was probably the one that I was closest to.
And where are your parents from?
Both of my parents are from Huehuetenango, Guatemala. Again, a small town.
Have there been any like traditions that have been passed down in the family that you remember?
More than traditions, they've been like religious observances. My family has always been very religious, so there are certain saints, etc., that I was taught to to follow or honor. So that has been passed on. But most of the traditions, like for Christmas that we observe, they're more from your great grandmother's side of the family.
I did not know that. How would you describe yourself as a child?
Um, I was very curious, and I had to use my imagination a lot. I like to learn new things. Unfortunately, my mom couldn't send me to school. So at third grade, I had to drop out of school and I took up apprenticeships, one with a shoemaker. And as I got older, I taught myself how to type on a typewriter, and then I started getting clerical jobs.
I didn't know that. My next question is, what made you decide to like move to America, the United States?
A couple of things were going on. It was 1967, and your great grandmother's brother had come to visit Guatemala, and at that time, um, the guerrilla activity due to the Civil War was picking up within the city. So it was getting pretty dangerous to live. Sometimes, there were gun exchanges, while we were in the bus or whatever. And then also, it was really hard to make ends meet in Guatemala with, my four kids and your great grandmother. So when my brother-in-law visited it, um, then he offered if we wanted to move to Miami, and then he sponsored us, and we came here to have a better life for the family.
Do you have any best friends back in Huehuetenango?
Not living anymore.
Um, did you struggle at first when you came to America, or like run into any issues?
Um, I used to work in a clerical office for the Guatemalan IRS. And so I was used to office work. And the moment I came to Miami, I had to start working as a factory worker. So that adjustment was, it took a while to adjust, but I did. And as long as, our entire family was together, that's all that mattered.
That's inspirational. How did you feel like how was I as a kid? How did you feel raising me?
Um, you were always kind, funny, and because of your looks, a lot of the times it reminded me of um, your father when he was a child, and also your aunt, your aunts, and your grandmother.
Was it because of my curly hair?
That and your coloring, light skinned, green eyes. Um, and so, I mean, I was very happy that you guys were growing up with us.
Um, and my last question is, are you proud of me?
Of course, you are intelligent, you are responsible, and I couldn't be prouder of you and your brother.
Well, thank you for your time. That was our interview, and yeah.